What a game. What did we just witness? What did we just see? Ref drama, last minute goals, ball hitting the bar, ball hitting the post, 9 men, 11 men, unbreakable wall. What a game. This is my reaction to Mancity Women versus Chelsea Women. 1-1. Mancity played so well. They deserve more than the 1 point that they got from that match. If I'm being honest, Chelsea played poorly from start to finish. Even when Man City went 10 players down, even when Man City went 9 players down, Man City was still the better team. They had him running things from left to right. She was immense. Chloe Kelly was immense. They gave Chelsea a run for their money. I would say Chelsea started out poorly, and it showed, with Man City taking the first goal with a beautiful shot from Chloe Kelly. It was well deserved because Man City have been priming Chelsea's goal all through the first 10 minutes, and it showed. We could say Musovic could have done better with the shot. It was directly at her, but it took a slight deflection from Carter as he tried to block the ball. But notwithstanding, Man City deserved that lead. They deserved that lead. They were the better team. Chelsea was slow. There was no connection between attack and midfield. Fisher was isolated. Guru was isolated. James was isolated as well. And Man City did an incredible job of preventing balls from coming from Chelsea defense to the midfield and to the attack. The midfield was well stifled for Chelsea. They didn't have any creativity at all. And I'm sure Emma Hills was scratching her head as she was watching what was unfolding in that first 10-20 minutes. I would say one thing, the ref was very lively. She was quite happy with her cards in the first half. I think in total there were like 10 yellow cards all through the match. The referee was quite lively with the yellow cards. I would say she maybe wanted to stamp her authority, but she felt the need to overdo it. This brings me up to the red card for Greenwood. I think it was a bit harsh. She spent the first red yellow card, warranted, but the second yellow card for time wasting was just a bit over the top. If I'm completely honest, it was undeserved, but it didn't even change the game for Man City, because even with 10 men, they were resilient, they were strong, they were robust in their defensive efforts, and even on the counter, they felt like they would be the ones to threaten Chelsea. Because honestly speaking, the attack from Chelsea was abysmal. It was abysmal. Fisher, she had the first goal against Tottenham last week, but it showed that at this level, she still needs a lot of work to do. She needs a lot of work to do in terms of her hold-up play, in terms of her connection with the midfield and with other players. And one thing I will also say is for Lauren James, she can do more. She's super talented. She's super gifted, but it feels like she is playing within herself every time. She was quite casual and languid today, and she was not direct. Her final ball, her touches, her dribbling were a bit off today. Although she hit the crossbar with a looping shot, a looping effort, but then again, she could have done more. She was a bit slow off the blocks today, and I'm surprised Emma Hayes did not even take her off, right? Based on her showings and her effort. So Man City deserved the lead at half time, and then come second half, the big guns arrived. We had Sam Kerr coming up the bench for Big Fish. They also had Kankovic coming in for Sophie Ingo. I guess Emma Hayes wanted to show up her midfield and add a little bit of spice to the attack, but the introduction of Sam Kerr did not change anything. It did not change anything because Man City, they were resolute in their defensive efforts. They were strong with their defensive efforts, and they didn't even get to start with Bonnie Shaw. They didn't even get to start with Bonnie Shaw, right? So we could say that Man City played as best as they could, even with 10 men. Chelsea, even in the second half with the one-man advantage, their play was slow, it was sluggish. It was as if it was a training match There was no urgency or intensity. The introduction of Car and Kankovic didn't change anything. My Hayes got tired, removed Ashley Lawrence, who I feel had a very poor game at first touch, was very, very poor. She took her off and brought in Eve Perissé. She added a bit of urgency, but it didn't really change matters, I would say. Then Guru as well. Guru is somebody that we know as a creative linchpin. She's a creative queen. But for this match, she did not have her usual touch, her usual finesse when it comes to crosses and passes and key passes. Her crosses were way off, her passes were way off. She was not in sync with Charles at left back. So there was a whole lot of disconnect between, like I said earlier, the Chelsea's attack and Chelsea's midfield. There was a whole lot disconnect. There was no connections at all. It was easy for Chelsea to play the ball around the back with Bright and Kata. I would say Rod for Mancity. What a player! I know they got her for 300,000 quid from Wolfsburg, but then again, she was worth every penny. She held that midfield. She overran that midfield. Even with 10 men, she was still pulling strings. Cuthbert, I felt she's just coming back from injury, so could give her a bit of leeway in terms of her transitioning, in terms of her play. But her and Sophie Ingo didn't quite work out as much in the first half, and I guess that's why Emma Hayes replaced Ingo with Lupos. And even the introduction of Lupos felt a bit slow as well. But then again, what can we say? Chelsea, they usually start off slow. I'm surprised they didn't even lose their first match against Tottenham, as is tradition every season. They do start off slow. But then again, you would always be pumped for a big game. You would always be pumped for a big game. This is Man City. Though Chelsea does not have a good record against Man City at their stadium, the Academy Stadium. But it's a big game. You just have to wake up for it. You just have to be alive for such games. But then again, surprisingly, the players were just languid. But comment the R, comment the player, comment the R, comment the guru. After all effort, after a whole lot of tries, the Man City goalkeeper was awesome. She was amazing. She had lots of a fantastic save. But after lots of tries, finally, Guru was able to score in a goal-man scramble and give Chelsea the equalizer. I wouldn't say much needed, because as at this time, Chelsea, Man City reduced to 9 players, and it just felt inevitable. If you cannot take advantage of your opponent going down to 9 players, then you have no business playing in the WSL. And then finally, the players were able to, Chelsea women were able to score the much needed goal after so many tries, and they even had the opportunity to steal it at the death with a Sam Kerr looping header. But I guess it was what it was. And then I know the majority of the conversation today will be centered on the referee. I felt she was a bit card happy. The first red card, like I said, for Greenwood was a bit over the top, and I felt the second red card was, because it was two yellow cards for the players. I felt those red cards were not worth it. More talk would go into her and how she was card happy, but I feel Emma Hayes would be disappointed, even with the one score line, even with the 1 point rescue that they did. She would not be happy with the performance of the players, because it was languid, it was slow. If Man City had 11 players on the pitch, they would have won that match easily. If Man City had 10 players on the pitch, they would have won that match, because they played better, even with 9 players, than what Chelsea had to offer. So Emma Hayes has a lot of work cut out for her. If she wants to win her 5th WSL title, she needs to put a bit of fire in her team. I know Chelsea are slow starters. I know it takes them time for them to gel, but 25 players in the team, I would not want to be in that kind of situation whereby I have to be fitting 25 players in a team and pick my best 11. But then again, this season promises to be exciting, promises to be amazing. I'll be sharing post-game reviews of matches like this all through the season, WSL, everything that has to do with the women's game. I'll be trying my best to post my own review and my own take. This is just my first video, so bear with me. Video quality will definitely improve and my take on the matches will definitely improve, so stick with me and enjoy the ride.